Hello viewers and welcome back to another episode of the Voices of Regalo. My name is Uwagbale.A and with me is my co-host
Jane Ogodoke. We have a great personality in our midst. He is a host, the founder of MI6 Volunteers Nigeria and Nigerian Volunteers Award. He is a member of Forbes BLK. He is also the head of logistics at Regalo Hope Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, join us to welcome WiNNY Uwagbale. Man like WiNNY.
I'm so excited to have you here today. How do you feel being on the podcast?
I feel great. I'm super excited, and from the very moment I got the invitation, I've been looking forward to this moment, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. So, would you like to tell us the theme or the topic of discourse today?
Volunteers will humble you.
Whoa.
Volunteers will humble you. I think that we brought you on this platform to talk about this because we know you've had a great experience with volunteers. You've had a vast experience with volunteers. Also because you are the founder and convener of MVA. So we know that you work closely with volunteers of different temperaments. So I think before we go into the gist, right, of you giving us your experience and all of that, I'd like to know what exactly sponsored your journey into volunteering? How did it start? Did you just stumble into it or what happened?
Okay, first things first, I'm service driven. I'm that guy that just want to help get the work done from the back end. I don't necessarily have to be in the front or be on stage. And also, I think I would say officially 2015, I resigned, as an employee of an organization, and then ventured into entrepreneurship. But even at that, it was still service-based. Then let me just fast track without boring you guys with stories. Fast track to where it actually just took shape. So there was this day. It was on a Sunday. From Monday to Saturday, I had a very busy day. June, I think 2016. June to be precise. On a Sunday, I think I came back from, I woke up, then on my dining, I saw this, I think it was business day, a newspaper. Then I just opened it. I said, it's been long, because of new technology, it's been long I opened newspaper. Normal, we just read news from our phone and all of that. Then I opened it and I saw this business technology conference. Immediately, I just went to the date. When is this happening? I saw the date. It was actually on the 20th, and that Sunday was 19th. On the Sunday, the event was the following day.
Interesting.
So immediately, I just picked my phone. I was like, okay, you know what? I want to serve in this project, on this event, but I don't just want to attend as the delegates. I want to be a part of it. Then I saw a number there. I called, and I just picked the phone. I said, hi, my name is WiNNY Uwagbale. I want. I would like to serve, not I want to volunteer. I want to serve, and in service, this is what I can do. So it's not just coming. My coming on board, this is what you see me do, or these are the changes, or these are my effects, that you will feel.
Pitched yourself.
You understand? And with a sleepy voice from the other end, she was like, you know what? There's an email beneath that phone number. Just send me an email. We'll take it off from there. Very, very soft voice. I said, okay, thank you.
So you sent the email.
I just went to my drafts. This is where preparation comes in, right? I just went, so I already have my profile there. And my profile is not just about me, it's about the work I've done and my being on board, the roles I covered, right? And how it had the value to the project. And I just edited and I sent to her. And I'm not exaggerating. Let me not say 60 seconds. My sound too is I would say 2 minutes. That's 120 seconds. I just refreshed and I got. And I will quote, wow, be at Whitbaker Hotel tomorrow by 7.
Interesting.
That was it. Then immediately I programmed my night for Monday. And though that day was 7 and 19, the following day was 20th. I just went to my wardrobe. What am I wearing? The suits, the pants, the footwear, and all of that, and I got ready. My motivating factor as a volunteer is that I have something to do that that WiNNY was on ground.
That's impressive. And that's a lot. I feel like you were prepared. What got my attention was the fact that you had a template already for the email, right? You were prepared ahead of time. So it was easy for you to just put that in and
Yeah, I'll send, of course. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow,
Thank
such
you.
a wonderful story and journey. I would like to ask, according to what we want to deliberate today, volunteers will humble you. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yes, you're right. And I think people, especially young people, they fail to understand why they've been onboarded as a volunteer or why they're on that project as a volunteer. And this is because of my personal experiences with them.
Okay.
I've seen people at projects or on events, when they come, I think the whole phrasing of the paparazzi thing, they just want to be, I was here. I was there. The whole,
picture,
of course the pictures are good,
Yeah.
but have we done the primary course that brought us here? You haven't. And sometimes when I'm having, especially the team, the guys that work with me during MVA, over time they've come to understand that you want to work with WiNNY, be ready. Some from the first contact with me, they think that this guy is harsh. No. Because I've seen myself served under people, and I know why I take for me, it's responsibility. If I one of the highest responsibility to serve, to lead, when you understand this, then you know that my being here is not for joke, not for play. Like, we need to face a problem, and you can. And the way we are designed or we are wired to face a problem is through service. Like service with the fact that I know why I'm serving, I know why I'm here.
Into volunteerism is all about service, but there are some who do go to these events and they expect you to pay them. They expect a certain amount of money, and if you can't give them that again, I don't think
like the unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, if you call them next time, it's like they will just give one excuse. What are you going to say about that?
Yeah, this is where organizations or bonding volunteers and even the volunteers, this is where understanding comes in, and I will use myself as a case study.
Okay.
I don't just jump on project because I want to be. No, I don't. Okay. Number one, the project must align with my own SDG focus. For me, my SDG focus is Goal 8. Decent work and economic growth. Okay. So whatever I'm doing must contribute to that particular SDG. So when I understand that, I've been able to make that expectation. So my going there, anything that comes in again, I see it as bonus. Because what took me out has been achieved. I want to be on board this project. Like I shared that story earlier, I knew why I was going there. And I went there, and every other thing, benefit that came, I just saw them as bonuses. It's in fact, those things just come and without even me asking. And I know the job offers I've gotten. That at the end of the day, I don't even take those job offers. If that was what even led to MI6 Volunteers Nigeria, that people who are looking for job, they can even have a way of going about job hunting the right way. There's a way you can apply a job that you don't even need to submit CV. They will send for you. Now that's recommendation. That people like, I've worked with this person, go, they need so person, tell them from me. I've had that like several times, but funny enough, I really don't need to.
So in line with that, how do you expect excellence? If we're talking from the angle of volunteers shouldn't exactly from an angle of a company now, how do you expect excellence from people who you are not willing to pay? Because some companies or organizations don't actually have even stipends for volunteers, but they still expect them to be at their best. So how do you expect excellence now? Now
this is where the organization comes in. Organization must maintain a standard. You don't compromise. And for an organization to have a standard, they understand what it takes to bring to onboard a volunteer. Because at the end of the day, you don't expect to compromise your standard. Now, it's a personal responsibility. That's why sometimes in this particular climb, I think we are missing it when it comes to volunteering. We really do not understand. That's why somehow somebody will go to volunteer and miss up looking for where to take picture with guests.
Yes.
Like you leave what brought you from the house, looking for who to snap with, a celebrity to snap with, because you don't understand. So, but for the organization to bring, just have that standard. The people that understand what they want, somehow, some way, there will be a connection and they will meet with you.
So you are saying that volunteers should just come with the idea that the benefit sort of is them just bringing their service into it.
Yeah, see it as, in fact, don't see it as a job. See it as a work. A work is a more higher calling. Job is what you get paid for. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, my own approach to these things. So that is why.
But you also think that organizations should reward volunteers?
Because you know that there are some volunteers who are graduates, they don't have job yet, so they look forward to these
opportunities
to get
empower
so how
themselves.
do you when you say that maybe they might not be paid for a specific event somehow? How do you say?
You see, that is why sometimes we overlook certain organizations, probably because they are not all bright out there. And more, the ones that are all bright out there will actually not look after your welfare. You understand? From personal experiences, right? But like I always tell people, when responsible organizations know what to do. I'm telling you,
so
because
if the organization is not doing the right thing, he said it's not we.
Like responsible organizations, they know what to do. And sometimes even these volunteers, they miss this responsible organization. Number one, because they are not probably big on social media, so you just overlook them. And the ones that seems to be buzzing over, on social media, you think when you go there, you see Shaggy. You now understand that it's not like that. I'm speaking of personal experience.
Okay, that is nice. Let me ask this: you are the founder of Nigerian Volunteers Award. So can you just, with few points, just give us what it's all about?
Okay, Nigerian Volunteers Award, which is the MVA project, is designed to promote, celebrate, and amplify social impacts in Nigeria. And we've been around since 2017, or the project has been around since 2017, and it's open to individual volunteers, social impact champions, and non-profit organizations.
So what would be your advice to those who aspire to volunteer in one way or the other, so that they won't take the wrong step?
Number one, are you service driven? First things first. I always ask people this question: when you understand, when you are able to give yourself that honest answer, I think another thing begin to fall in place. When you are confirmed that you are service driven, like I always tell people, go through the 17 sustainable development goals. Look from that, at least you got to find one that your whatever you do aligns with. If as an individual or a corporate or a business, you must work in line with the SDGs. By the time you understand this, any project you want to jump in or any organization you want to work with, look if whatever they are doing aligns with yours. If it does, then it's easy for you to navigate your way and you are good to go.
Okay, so I think this calls for celebration because you are going to celebrate the 10th anniversary of
Oh yes, MVA 2026.
Okay, interesting. That's quite impressive. And I think, like, your last words to volunteers, like you said, I don't know, a question just came to my mind when you said those few last words. Yeah, it's in line with volunteers who, go for events to network. So what do you think is the limit, or what are the boundaries to networking at certain events as a volunteer?
Volunteers. Okay. If you're serving at an event and feel that you like to connect, of course there's no holding back. It's not a bondage.
Definitely.
But however, let it not be at the detriment of the
organization.
Not the organization, like that particular space or position you are beginning to man. You should know when to leave and when to return. And so that it doesn't, because at the end of the day, if that position suffers, then why we are giving you invite? They should have just come as a delegate or as a participant, then you are free to do whatever. Nobody says you shouldn't network, but know when to leave. Understand that at the end of the day, your position should not suffer.
I think that's a valid point, because I really wanted you to speak about the balance, because some volunteers misuse the networking opportunities that they get at events, and then they just leave their posts and start to network, and they just lose focus. So I think it was important that we asked that, so that we also bring perspective. So it's not wrong to network, but you just have to do it the right way, right? So I don't know if there are any few.
Do you have any last words for our viewers?
As a volunteer, I just know that you're there to solve problem, and you're solving problem through service. When you understand, I'll keep mentioning service. See, it's a privilege to serve, and it's a privilege to be depended on. Ah, Jesus Christ. You don't know what it feels like when somebody say, come WiNNY. I'm saying this, I'm not reading, I read books, but most of the time when I'm speaking with people, I don't remember quoting from any book I read or I've read. I'll just tell you, I've seen people just call WiNNY, the recommendation just keep coming. Exactly. And when they see, I live up to expectation beyond what they were even told before my coming.
Definitely.
How did you get that name, Man Like WiNNY?
I think I branded myself that way. Man like WiNNY, I'm just different.
Man Like WiNNY.
Like so.
Instagram, Facebook, Man Like WiNNY. Okay.
All right, so thank you very much for joining us today. I mean, there are a couple of other questions we would have loved to ask, but definitely because of time, we can't do that. We're hoping to have you again.
Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time. Thank you guys
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching it. We've heard all of the wise words that he has said and how that as individuals, we should be interested in volunteering in our different spaces and wherever we find ourselves. So, on that note, we've come to the end of today's episode. Please do well to subscribe, to like, to share, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Yes, but she was recording to me.
I'm the one that will end.
You were signaling to me. That's what I said.